Hello and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be creating a classic Valentine's Day makeup look. So if you want to see how I created this classic Valentine's Day makeup look right here, go ahead and keep watching. I'm just going to start with my primer, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. I always, when I want my makeup to last, I always do apply a primer. I have already moisturized my skin and done my skincare, but since this is going to be a Valentine's Day look, you kind of want the makeup to last and not get like cakey or have it like fall into your creases and your fine lines and stuff. So always use a primer first when it's not just like a regular everyday makeup look. And then I am going to go in with the foundation, and today I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. This is just the regular one, not the illuminating one. Mine is in Shell Ivory. Get it open here. I'm going with an actual, if most of you have been on my channel for a while, you know that I am more like, for an everyday makeup look, I'm more like using powder foundations, something easy and fast. But because this is more of a date night Valentine's look, I wanted to use a liquid foundation that's more of a fuller coverage. This is not full coverage, but it's more of a full coverage, and it's buildable. And I'm just going to use this beauty blender to blend out that foundation. I'm probably going to have to use a little bit more. I usually do with this foundation. I put one layer and then I kind of see how it looks, and then I go back in. A lot of times I always like to put my primer, especially around my nose, because I get that problem right in the little corner of my nose where the foundation kind of just like sticks there and gets kind of cakey looking over time. Drag it down just a little bit. A slight bit underneath my eye. Okay. Got it in my hair, of course. Now I'm going to go in. I don't think I'm going to do another coat. I think I look okay. So I'm going to go in with the Photo Focus concealer, and mine is in, oh my gosh, what is it? Light Ivory. I always put mine on my eyelid as well because I kind of use it as a eyeshadow primer as well. I don't usually use a regular eyeshadow primer, although you really could if you wanted to. For me, concealer usually works just fine for that. Use the same beauty blender to blend it in. I am having allergies lately, so sorry for the sniffles. And I'm just going to drag a little bit up whatever's left on my sponge, kind of down my nose a little bit, kind of just to brighten it up a little bit more. I'm not going to add extra in these areas, just excess from the sponge. Okay, that should be good. Now I'm going to go in with my new CoverGirl Clean Fresh powder, and mine is in 120 Fair. I'm just going to use this e.l.f. I forgot what this is called, but it's just like a small little blending brush. I love it for like under my eyes and around my nose and stuff. It's perfect for those little areas just to set things. Okay, going to put some in the corner underneath my lip in this little line area. Okay, that is finished. Now I'm going to go in with a bronzer. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer. Mine is in Forever Sunkissed. I love this bronzer. And I'm going to be using this Eco Tools. This is specifically for bronzer. It's a little bit dirty. Really needs to clean it. I'm just going to tap it in and apply to my cheeks. Just where I want to be a little bit more bronzed. I really love this brush, but as a warning, it does kind of shed a little bit, which is pretty annoying. But I really like how it applies everything. Okay, I think we're good. The bronzer. And now I'm going to go in with blush. I'm going to use my new CoverGirl True Blend So Flushed. This one is in 320 Love Me. It's just that perfect like pinky color. It's that perfect like baby pink, like classic Valentine's pink. And I'm going to be using this Eco Tools Precision Blush Brush. Just tap it in just a little bit and apply to my apples and a little bit to my cheek. Not too much. This really is super pigmented and you have to be careful because it does come off a lot. And then I'll just go back in with my bronzer just a little bit just to blend out the blush. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. I will do that off camera. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil and mine is in Natural Brown. So I will be right back. Okay, I have finished applying my brows and I am going to go in with eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the Tarteist Pro palette and I'm going to be starting with the shade Chic. Right over here, it's that light pinkish, and I'm going to apply that in my crease and above. So crease area and above. I'm kind of going for that light pinky but classic nude for like the transition shade. So I'm starting with this one just because it is sort of has a neutral like undertone. It is kind of nude, but it is a slightly pink at the same time. So like I said, in the crease and slightly above. Oh, sorry, and I'm using a Wet n Wild. This is just a blending brush. It has no name. I think it's just the regular, the big blending brush. Same thing to the other eye. In the crease and slightly above. And then I'm gonna go in with a slightly darker color. Still like a kind of nude color, but it's gonna be more on the brown side. And I'm gonna go in with Innocent right down here. And as you can see, it is still kind of pink, but it's a little bit more nude. So it has a little bit more brown to it, really light brown. And I'm just gonna go over what we already kind of went in with. So the same thing, crease and slightly above. Just deepen it just a little bit, but still keeping it kind of neutral and soft, not too dark. Okay, I think we are done. And now I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. This is one of their liquid shadows, the newer ones. And this one is in Flirty Birdie. So it's kind of like a pinky, but it's still like neutral and slightly brown. So I'm gonna apply that to my eyelid. And I'm just gonna apply it everywhere I kind of want to see it. Pretty much just my eyelid area, like up to the crease. The thing I like about this applicator is you can pretty much apply it completely with the applicator. It's just you have to be careful because once it starts coming off of here, it can start like taking it off your eyelid at the same time. So you have to make sure there's like enough on the actual applicator itself. Otherwise, like I said, it starts removing it from where you already applied it. So same thing, just kind of apply to my eyelid, up to the crease area. You can apply as much as you want for how bold you want it. I just love this liquid shadow because it's so sparkly. It does have kind of chunky pieces of glitter in it, but that really doesn't bother me at all because it's beautiful. As you can see, okay, sorry, I'm kind of like looking up because I want it to dry. Because of my hooded eyes, I do not want to like open them all the way. So I'm trying to like look down and let it dry. Then when this is dry, we'll go in and kind of clean up the edges a little bit, adding a little bit more eyeshadow. I will use a different brush that's a little bit more precise. Sorry if you can hear like trucks and stuff outside. I have my window open because it's a really nice day and it's hot in here. And yeah, okay. So now I'm going to take this Wet n Wild P15 brush and I'm going to go back in with the Innocent shade down here. And I'm going to kind of just tap it in, like directly on it. And I'm going to go in and go around where I applied that liquid shimmer and kind of just clean up the edges a little bit. Kind of just bring it down just like so. So there's more of a transition, so it's not like super obvious. Just like that. And then I think what we're gonna do is use a black eyeliner today. I am still trying to go like very natural and pinky and stuff, but you do want some kind of drama for a Valentine's Day look. So I'm going to go in with the Ulta Gel Eyeliner in Blackout. I need a smaller mirror than that, sorry. And just apply that to my waterline. Same thing to the other side. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like a flat eyeliner brush. This one is from e.l.f. And I'm going to go into the Tarte palette and I'm going to mix the two shades. So I'm going to mix the Chic and the Innocent kind of a little bit together and apply those to my lower lash line, like right underneath, just to give a little bit more smokiness and drama. It's still going to look kind of nude, but it is going to vamp it up just a little bit. So I'm just kind of sweeping it across. As you can see, it's not too bold, but you can tell it did vamp it up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my highlighter, and I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild. This is the loose highlighter powder, and this one is an I'm So Lit. This one has a little bit of a pink undertone to it, but it's like super shimmery. And I really would like to go like really glowy and bam in your face with this look for the highlighter. A little bit on the tip of the nose. A little bit on your Cupid's bow. Just like that. Then I'm going to take this Wet n Wild. This is the small concealer brush. And I'm going to put some of that highlighter on my inner corner here to brighten it up. See how it just makes it pop? This highlighter is like bam in your face. If you don't really like that, then you can go with a more subtle highlighter like the Essence Nude one or something like that. But I am very dramatic when it comes to highlighter. For me, it's like the more glowy the better. The more bam in your face the better most days. Apply it to my brow bone as well, just to give this look a little more something. Wow, beautiful, beautiful highlighter. I just love this highlighter. Okay. And then for my lips, we are going to be using an LA Girl Perfect Precision lip liner. These are like my favorite lip liners, and they're like $2 or something like that. And if you don't really like the kind that sharpen, you're probably not gonna like this, but these are like my favorite kind. And this one is in the color Pinky. And I'm just gonna outline my lips. Since this is a Valentine's look, you all know me, I usually would go for a matte lip. I'm a sucker for a matte lip, obsessed with matte lips. But for Valentine's Day, I wanted to go more on a glossier side and a pinkier one. So I'm going to be going in with this Kylie Cosmetics lip gloss in Diva, which is a very kind of nude pinky color. Just mix it in with the lip liner as best as I can. So it's not a super glossy gloss, but it's like a gloss. And it's that perfect like muted pink for Valentine's Day. So yeah. And now I am just going to apply my lashes off camera, and I will be right back. Before I do that, I wanted to share with you that I will be applying my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara in Blackest Black, and I'm going to mix it with the Maybelline The Falsies Lash Lift Mascara in Blackest Black as well. So I'm going to mix these two together before I apply my lashes. Okay, I am back. I finished applying my lashes. The lashes I applied today are the Allure Volume number 100 lashes. And the glue I used is the Duo Quick Set Strip Lash Adhesive in white/clear. I think now that I have my lashes on, I want to go in and add a little bit more pink to my eyes to match my lip gloss a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with the Tartelette Little Juicy palette. And I'm going just to take this pink shade right over here. And I'm just going to tap my little brush into it. This is the P15 from Wet n Wild. And I'm just going to go over my crease and above my crease with this shade, just to get it a little bit more pink. And yeah, I think that's good. So the last thing we're going to do is we are going to apply a setting spray, because the last thing you want to do is spend 20, 30 minutes, an hour on your makeup for Valentine's Day and not set it. So I'm just going to use this NYX Dewy Finish long-lasting setting spray. Whew. I feel like I drenched myself. But hopefully this helps my makeup last. Usually it does. I really like NYX setting sprays. But the e.l.f. ones, the newer ones that they just came out with, are super great too. I love the e.l.f. setting sprays, and also the Milani. I think it's a Milani long lasting. Anyway, that's a really great one too. But yeah. So we just want to make sure everything lasts throughout the day. Good. Pretty much dry. I need to get a little handheld fan to do this, but you know, I'm like old school here, like okay. So yeah, now we have applied the setting spray. This is how the look turned out. I am in love with this look. I think this is the perfect classic Valentine's makeup look, and I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me creating this classic Valentine's Day makeup look with me. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe before leaving, and leave a comment down below and let me know what look you typically like to do for Valentine's Day. Do you typically go classic? Do you go more neutral with the eyes and then a red lip? What do you like to do? I decided to switch it up without my matte and use a gloss, because I feel like that's more like soft and classic Valentine's Day. So anyway, see you guys in my next video. Bye.